Hello and welcome. My name is Oleg Feldgajer and I'm the President and CEO of Canada Green ESCO. This is a story about how I learned to ask a single most important question in situations filled with uncertainty, limited information, and doubt. And you can easily apply the same techniques when presented with inconclusive data while ask at the same time to make a split-second decision. My story is based on true events. Such occurred 16 years ago while I was attending the Kellogg-Schulich Executive MBA program. It was jointly run by Northwestern University in Chicago and York University in Toronto. Throughout this program, approximately 50 EMBA students were divided into 10 groups, and all the groups participated in various OB exercises, a common practice at many business schools. Now, the purpose of the exercise was to adopt a useful questioning strategy and to quickly discover not only the conditions for a successful outcome, but also under what conditions your assumptions might fail. Now, what transpired really affected us all, and it remains permanently engraved in my memory. Below is a short scenario presented to us that day. As a struggling yet ambitious car racing company, we were presented with a choice of participating or not in the last race of the season. Now, winning the race would mean a juicy endorsement contract and an end to the economic hardships for many years. Losing the race would mean immediate bankruptcy, followed by disastrous consequences. Now, declining the race would mean uncertainty for the next 12 months, with a 50-50 chance of folding the entire business. The only information provided to us was the outside temperature that morning of 29 degrees Fahrenheit. We were also presented with the history of the outside temperatures associated with the engine failures. Clearly, a two-dimensional chart of the racing failures against the outside temperature was the case of insufficient data. The failures occurred at temperatures below and above 29 degrees. Our failure table listed 22, 27, 35, 39, 43 degrees, etc. To make the decision-making process more engaging, the large auditorium screen projected the Days of Thunder, and it projected it at full blast. Each time Tom Cruise was pressing the pedal to the metal and the engine roared, you almost levitated in your seat. As it turned out, our group was the only group asking for additional data, if available. Shortly after, we did receive an extra chart depicting the history of all the wins against the outside temperature. Now, both charts of winners and losers were identically scaled and formatted. I still remember how we superimposed both charts against each other and placed the two pages against the window. It became immediately clear to us that the only wins occurred at temperatures above 53 degrees. And needless to say, we opted out of the race. So despite the radiating charm of Nicole Kidman, we decisively declined the racing invitation. By the end of this exercise, the results of all the votes were neatly tabulated. Little did we know, but our group was the only group behind the thumbs down decision. Only then we were all told that the whole exercise was closely coupled to the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster that occurred on January 28, 1986. Now, the gravity of the situation sank in immediately. Despite the boundless flow of positive reinforcement from Robert Duvall on the screen. And knowing what questions to ask is like winning half the battle. I've learned over the years that the cracks in many stories can be immediately spotted by asking for the exact opposite. My recommendations? Well, next time if you're asked to trust the CEO and blindly endorse a winning strategy, well, simply ask under what conditions such a strategy would work. And if you are presented with a turnaround plan to revive the company's prospects, simply ask what would it take to make the company fail. Next time you're asked at the BOD meeting to make an educated guess, despite what your intuition and perhaps gut feeling are telling you, don't even go there. Just ask the above question instead. You'll be glad you did. For more information, please see my videos on YouTube and my posts on LinkedIn, Twitter, Medium, and CG's website. You can also find additional info in my book on Amazon. It's called AI Boogeyman, Dispelling Fake News About Job Losses, and on our YouTube studio channel. Thank you.